to our website EkaLavya.online. You can access as a student or as a staff or as a parent. Now we are entering the student login page. Once you click on sign in, it takes you to the home page. Here you can navigate through various options. All the homeworks, attendance, the students' reports, and all the notifications are available on the home page. The timetable are all available on the home page. And then when you go into courses, all the subjects are available here, including other foundation courses for IIT, NEET, and various Olympiad examinations. So, when you, for example, if you take a student of 10th class, you can see the videos of all the chapters there, and then the question answers in each chapter, and then the summary of the entire chapter. For practice, you have questions, practice tests, and then there are mock tests. We'll come back to this. And then any resources that the school has uploaded, photos, videos, or any homeworks, if any, all these are available here. So this is how the course tab looks. Then when you go into examinations, if the student has taken any examinations or if he has to attend any exams, all those will be available here. The school can upload the examination test papers. And then there is analytics. Here the school syllabus, the classes, his the score, the scores and the average time which the student has taken to answer the questions, all those are available in analytics. And then this is the school management software, my school tab, where attendance, homeworks, assignment, timetable, school report card, circulars, calendar, transportation, everything is available. Now coming back to course, for example, let's get into maths, 10th class maths, and let's take up one topic. Let's go into polynomials. In polynomials, there are multiple topics. The video that is being played is of the topic what is a polynomial, definition of polynomial, and you can also zoom in like this.
Before we understand what polynomials are, let's look at the concept of terms and expressions. 14xz plus 53y minus 3. There is a plus as well as a minus sign here, which means that we have three terms: 14xz, 53y, and 3. The second expression is 23x squared y minus 4y cubed. This expression has just two terms, 23x squared y and 4y cubed. Now we can move on to understanding the most important concept in algebraic expressions. It's the concept of polynomials. As you can see, the word has been colored into two parts. Poly means many and nomial means parts or terms in the case of algebraic expressions. And that's how the word polynomial comes about. There are different types of polynomials. A polynomial can be an expression with just one term, or two terms, or three terms, or maybe even a greater number of terms. All these categories come under one roof, which is the polynomial. Expressions with just one term, two terms.
Now let's topic named triangles. So the video will be available in this manner, and then you have the question answers, and then the summary, question answers. You can see the question and the answer and the explanation below it. For all the questions, there are answers like this in this format. You can next go to the summary. The entire summary of the chapter is available in this section. All the major formulas that the student should remember are available here. And then there is a practice test. You can answer this, and the student can test himself. So it also shows whether the answer was wrong or correct. And then the student can take the mock test. He can select the options, and then go on to finish the exam. Once the student has finished the exam, immediately the results are displayed, including uh, the time taken for each question. So all the wrong answers and the correct answers, and the explanation is available there. Here it is shown in the form of a graph, and then the reports of all the tests that the student has taken are available here. Any resources that the school uploads is also available here. Homeworks are also available. This is about the course. That was about maths, and now let's go to another subject. Let's go into science, 10th class science, and let's take up one topic from chemistry: acids, bases, and salts. Then let's play the introduction to acids, bases, and salts topics video.
Before we move on to understanding acids, bases, and salts in detail, we can quickly recap what we already know about them. The word for lemons, for instance, have acid, and you surely know how lemons taste. And we'd also seen that acids turn blue litmus paper red. Based on their occurrence, they are divided into two types: natural acids and mineral acids. As the name suggests, natural acids are obtained from natural sources. They're also called as organic acids. Citric acid, which we get from citrus fruits, is an organic acid. Mineral acids, on the other hand, are acids that are prepared using minerals. They are also known as man-made acids or inorganic acids. Nitric acid is an example of mineral acid. What about bases? You can think of them as being opposite to acids. They are bitter in taste and turn red litmus paper blue. Sodium carbonate and lime are examples of bases. What are salts then? Is common salt a salt? What are the chemical properties of acids and bases? How do they...
Let's go to another topic, which is how do organisms reproduce from biology. And when you forward it,
exactly, but let us say it's a way of life. What do we call this process where one individual gives rise to another of its own kind? Reproduction, that's right. The word clearly implies that we are doing nothing but reproducing our own kind. For our convenience, we will categorize the reproduction process as basic level reproduction and higher level reproduction. Let's take an example here to understand the first one better. How would you know two pens are exactly the same? It's quite obvious. Their body design would be the same. The length of the pen its appearance, the size and the color of the body would be the same. Similarly, do you know what they are called? I'm sure you studies of the cell. These chromosomes.
So that was about the topic. And then there are question answers like we have seen previously. There's an explanation for each question. The student can go through all the question answers, and then the chapter summary. All the definitions are available, and then the practice test. The student can practice the questions, and he can check his preparedness for an exam. Can check whether the question was right or wrong, whether the answer was right or wrong. And then he can take a mock test like we have seen earlier. He can select the options and then save and move on to the next question. Once he has answered enough questions, he can finish the exam, and then the results will be available instantly, including all the explanation for the wrong answers and the right correct answers. Also, the time taken for each question is displayed here so that the student can improve based on the analytics. And then there is my school tab where this is a school management software. So the teachers and the administration can use these tools to communicate with the student and his parent. So this was about the app.